Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching the Breakfast Show. And in this segment of our program, we will talk about the Egyptian Premier League, which began its matches on Friday. We'll try to know more about it with our dear guest, Dr. Ahmed Garehy, sports analyst. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, sir, how do you see the beginning of the first week of the Egyptian Premier League?
This season is expected to be one of the strongest, especially with newcomers to the first division, Ceramica Cleopatra, the National Bank or Bank Al Ahly.
Yes.
There will be a real added value because there's real investment put in those teams. Of course, alongside with the existence of Ahly, Zamalek, Pyramids, and with the new administration strategy of Al-Ismaili, and of course with the names that were somehow regular in the previous seasons, Wadi Degla and El Gona. So it is the level of competition is expected to be really high this season, and I do expect that especially the relegation part will be very tough for this season. And will not be defined until the last round, probably.
So, Mr. Ahmed, can you give us your insight on the new deals for the season and their importance for the clubs?
Of course, last season was ruined by the pandemic. So this season it is expected to be even better than the previous one. That started really well, in fact. This season also we have the Olympic Games coming on the second part of it. So teams will have great pressure to play under for this season because before the Olympics, at least 70% of the games will be played. That means we'll see teams playing like every 3 days alongside with the African competitions. We have Al Ahly, Zamalek, Pyramids, and Al Muqawwalun Al Arab. The four of them will be representing Egypt, and also we have the FIFA World Cup for clubs in Qatar with the participation of Al Ahly, the champions of Africa. So there are many international events taking place in 2021,
yes.
And of course this will put very high pressure on the players and the technical teams.
Also yesterday, Al Ahly team played with Al Maqassa and Al Ahly won 3-1. So how do you see this match?
Well, this game was coming after a very intensive time for Al Ahly,
yes.
playing the Africa Champions League final and then the semi-final and the final of the Egyptian Cup. So it was very important for Al Ahly, as usual, to start the season by winning. By the way, historically, in the previous 61 editions, Al Ahly only lost 6 times. It was very important for Al Ahly to start the season with this victory, especially after the victory of Zamalek over Al Muqawwalun Al Arab 2-0 in the previous day, and also that was the debut of the newcomers, or those who were back from loans like Mohammed Al Sharif. And also we saw yesterday Nasser Maher again after participating in the final. So Mosimani is actually trying to introduce changes after the new squad. So we saw yesterday the attacking midfielders of Al Ahly, the 4 of them to play for the first time: Tahir Mohammed Tahir, Kahraba, Mohammed Sharif, and Mohammed Magdi Afsha. So I think it will take some time for Mosimani to introduce the way he loves to play
yes.
with. We saw Mosimani with the Sundowns. He relies heavily on the sprint and the fast attack, which was not that easy for him to do. For example, with the existence of Junior Ajayi and Marwan Mohsen, because they are not as fast as Mohamed Sharif or Kahraba. So I think they will help Mosimani in applying his strategy in the rest of the season.
So finally, Dr. Ahmed, do you expect this season to be successful in light of the many challenges that are facing the country and coronavirus pandemic?
The international expectations is that the pandemic will mostly be over by March.
We hope so.
So yes. I think this season will be way better. It will be very intense, but hopefully it will be way better than the previous one. And hopefully we'll be able to see fans attending games maybe by the second round of the Egyptian League this season.
Okay, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Ahmed Garehy, sports analyst. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of The Breakfast Show. I'm Sheena Adel, and I was joined today by my colleague Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow with a new crew.